So Zbcn just got a new exchange listing. Is it Coinbase or Binance? No, but it's still exciting news because it's still bullish for this project. So I want to talk about that in today's video. I also want to go over the price action and what's going on over there because Zbcn has been pulling back a little bit. So is this the right time to accumulate? If you don't hold any Zbcn, should you be loading the boat at these levels? We'll discuss that in today's video. Now, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, especially if you're a Zbcn holder. It helps push these videos out so that more and more people can become aware of Zbcn. It's good for your investment and obviously my channel. Now, before I get into the video though, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000. No VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that trades using leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below for anyone that is interested. But getting into the video here, as always, let's take a look at the crypto bubbles and see how the top 100 coins are performing. And it looks like, for the most part, another red day. This is what, day 3 or 4, where the top 100 coins just continues to go down. And the problem with a lot of these coins is the market cap. Opportunity lies in the market cap. The cheaper the market cap is, the more opportunity is available for people that's really trying to make those life-changing returns. So you're not going to make life-changing returns with a lot of these altcoins sitting in the top 100. Now, that being said, there are a couple of them which still has massive potential. Don't get me wrong, 1000%. But majority of them, especially if you're dealing with a market cap that's something north of like 15 billion, the opportunity to make life-changing returns is extremely minimal. And this is why people are looking towards like something like Zbcn with a market cap under a billion, because the potential of returns is just that much higher, right? But now let's check out the fear and greed index for a second. So right now we are at neutral, 50 neutral. Yesterday we were sitting in greed, and in my video yesterday I spoke about how I felt like the very next day was going to be in neutral because the market was just not moving in the right direction. You know, Bitcoin fell like what, a couple $1,000s, and people all of a sudden start to panic, start to sell everything. It's just the way that it goes. But I do have a question for you all. When you see Zbcn dipping, do you panic and do you start to immediately sell because you feel like it's going to continue to dip? Or do you just chill, you know, put your feet up and be like, I'll just let this thing do its thing? Like, what do you do? What are your thought process? What is your thought process when you see Zbcn start to dip? Let me know in the comment section down below. But getting into the news here, so if we come over to X, we can see that Zbcn is officially listed on SolSex, which is exciting news. Now, of course, most of us would have preferred the listing to have been a Coinbase or Binance, but that is okay. I do think that it being listed on SolSex is still a good thing because what we want is just exposure. More and more people to have access to Zbcn, okay? And within due time, I do think that a potential Binance or Coinbase listing will come, just we have to be a little bit more patient. The more and more hype that builds around Zbcn, the more and more likely it is that Coinbase and Binance is going to take notice and potentially list Zbcn. That's what I think. Anything can happen. In my personal opinion, it gets listed on SolSex and other smaller exchanges is still bullish news for this project, and people are definitely paying very close attention to this. Even people that don't own any Zbcn right now, even people that want to talk bad about it, you best believe that they are still paying very close attention to it, because if Binance and Coinbase list it, then they are just waiting right there, just waiting to FOMO. I can almost guarantee you that. But let's get into some more news here. So I came across this article. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's pretty lengthy, so I'm just going to read the brief. But it says, can Zbcn Network extend its 440% rally into June? Zbcn Network is up 440% in 30 days, with bullish EMA alignment and strong ADX keeping trend momentum intact. BB trend at 16.64 shows momentum cooling, but still bullish. The uptrend has held for 13 consecutive days. Despite a dip, it suggests limited downside risk as bullseye breakout above 0.0069. All right, so 0.0069 is the all-time highs. I do believe it actually touched 70, if I'm not mistaken, depending on what chart you're actually looking at. But if we get into the price action, okay, right now, Zbcn is sitting at 0.0059. Okay, on the day it's down only 1%. The current market cap is at 474 million. It is still small. That is what's very funny or very interesting about this project, even though it rallied from a $75 million market cap within a matter of what? I think the last month it's been going parabolic. Let's go a month out, 322% on the month, right? Even though it had such a nice rally on the last month, in the last month, it is still a small project. And people can still make some really nice returns off of this. I've talked about how how I compare it to like XLM and stuff like that, right? And XLM sitting at a market cap of around, I think maybe like 8 billion right now. Let's take a look here. Stellar, yeah, 8.3 billion. So the potential for returns, if the hype continues and if Coinbase and Binance picks it up, is just insane here. But I keep telling you guys, just because I'm bullish and I'm hyped up and amped to see where this project is, still do your own research, right? You got to be bullish for yourself, not because I am bullish, okay? You check out the community sentiment over here. You see 87% of people are bullish on this thing, and look at the amount of exchanges that's on. It's still on great exchanges, right? KuCoin, Crypto.com, Bitmark, Gate.io, Mexi, OKX, BitGet, like it's still on big exchanges. So people do have easy access to this already. Like it's just, I don't know, man. I hope I don't sound too excited because I want you guys to, you know, be calm and collected. Emotions have no place in crypto. You got to have your emotions in check. Never get overexcited and never get too bearish on anything, right? Got to have a clear mind at all times. But I want you guys to take a look at this chart right here. Even though Zbcn pulled back. Now, if you guys watched my last video, I spoke about the recent history on the movement, the price action of Zbcn. It makes a new all-time high, it pulls back for 24 hours, makes a new all-time high, pulls back for 24 hours, makes a new all-time high. And right now we are in that window where it should be going up, but it's taking its time. So maybe it won't make a new all-time high today. I'm not sure, but we are seeing green candles, so that is a good sign already. But what's interesting about this chart, what's very good about this chart, is where the price actually came down to. Because what typically happens is previous resistance ends up acting as supports after the resistance gets broken through. And we can see that this right here is acting as a nice support. So I'm going to say this was previous resistance at 0.0052, came down, right, made a new all-time high. And where Zbcn fell to recently was 0.0054. So this area is holding up as a nice support, and that's what we like to see with the charts. Even if Zbcn doesn't make a new all-time high today, that is still okay because the charts is still moving on up. It's still making higher highs and higher lows, what we like to see. Now, if we check out this indicator, we are still in this bullish momentum that was fired on May 19th. Okay, we see a whole ton of sell zones just saying take profits, especially for people that wants to trade this thing or just be on the extra cautious side. I always tell you guys to stick to your trading strategy. Never go outside of that, no matter how bullish you are on a coin, because literally anything can happen, right? But we are still in this bullish momentum. By the way, you can find this down below if you're interested in this indicator. It's called Trader Assist. Lets you know it's a good time to buy and sell crypto when there's a bullish and bearish momentum happening. But we're still bullish. The chart is looking still incredible, right? And where is Zbcn on in CoinMarketCap? So it's sitting at spot number 115. Okay. It's a matter of time before this thing enters the top 100. And when a coin enters the top 100, what happens is you're going to see it right here on the bubbles map. Wow, look at white. This thing is exploding today. Absolutely crazy. But you're going to see it right here on the bubbles map. And this is what typically people look at, the top 100 coins. And once Zbcn enters the top 100 on the bubbles map, then people are going to be like, what is this thing right here? And then more and more people are going to research it and then potentially buy it when they realize that this thing is actually legit. But anyways, to wrap things up, if you ask me, things are still looking very bullish for Zbcn, and I do think that around these levels is actually a pretty decent buy opportunity. If you're looking to get into Zbcn right now, I would definitely look towards a 0.0055 area to establish a position, because I do think this is going to act as a very solid support. Right now, looks like it's slowly starting to make its way back up. We're going to see how the rest of the day plays out. But yeah, things are still moving in the right direction in terms of from a chart perspective. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below. And until next time, take care.